While sit-ups may be the go-to ab workout, they're not the best. 1. Sit-ups target more than just abs, but require perfect form, which is difficult for beginners. 2. They are super easy to cheat at. And 3. Doing them incorrectly can easily cause back pain. They're a less safe version of a crunch. To do a crunch, lie on your back. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Put your hands behind your head with your fingertips touching each other, and lift your head and shoulders off the mat in a smooth motion. Make sure your lower back is pressed to the floor the whole time. Then lower yourself back down and repeat. Another good ab exercise for beginners is the bird dog. Simply kneel with your knees hip-width apart and hands firmly on the ground, about shoulder-width apart. Lift one hand and the opposite knee just off the floor, while balancing on the other hand and knee. Make sure to keep your weight centered. While this is a good move, it's lower down on our list as it also helps your lower back, glutes, and thighs. It's not just an isolated ab workout. The V-up combines torso movement from sit-ups with extended legs. It's great for balance, mobility, and quad strength. Lie on your back, then fully extend your arms and legs upwards to form a V shape. Think of it as though you're trying to fold yourself in half while balancing on your pelvis. Next up, beast hold. For this, place your arms shoulder-width apart with your knees bent on the ground. Then engage your core. Raise your knees off the ground, keeping your feet on the floor. Then see how long you can hold this position. Try a minute to start. To make this more advanced, you can also crawl back and forth while in this position. Our next exercise is the hollow rock. Lie on your back with your arms over your head. Then crunch your abs by raising your legs and arms from the floor. Shift your weight so that you rock backwards and forwards slightly while maintaining the hollow position. Make sure not to uncrunch your abs for this one. We've all heard of the plank, and it is effective, which is why it makes it on this list. It also helps strengthen your arms, hips, and quads. So if you're looking for just a core exercise, the plank might not be your best option. The hover is another great exercise similar to the plank. For this one though, you'll be resting on your elbows, rather than being in a push-up position. A handy bit of equipment is to have an ab wheel or ab roller. Simply bend your knees and tense your core. Then just roll the wheel out in front of you by extending your arms. The wheel is great as it targets multiple muscles within the core at different angles. Next up is the Russian twist. Start by sitting on the floor and bringing your legs straight out. Then lean back so that your torso and legs form a broad angle. Then, using your core to balance, twist your torso from side to side without moving your legs. Make sure to avoid just moving your arms from one side to the other though. You should be rotating your whole upper body from left to right. Next, the candle raise. Lying on your back, roll back onto your shoulders and lift your hips and legs into the air. Your abs will be activated when you push up. The dead bug exercise is another popular way to strengthen your core and improve stability. Lie on your back with your feet and hips at 90-degree angles. Extend your arms directly up in the air. Start by lowering your left arm and extending your right leg. Stop both just before they touch the ground. Then return to your starting position and repeat to the other side. The longer you extend your legs, the more effective the exercise. To make it even more effective, lift your shoulders off the ground too. The mountain climber is a core training staple. You need enough abdominal strength to hold yourself in a basic plank position. Ensure your pelvis is tilted backwards so that you're alternately bringing each knee to your chest. Think of a sprinter starting a race. Remember with this one, that if your pelvis isn't extended correctly, your abs won't be properly worked out. Another great exercise for beginners is the simple but effective heel tap. In a static crunch position, stretch out your arms and bend your body so that you alternately tap each heel. It can help tighten the entire side ab wall and is perfect for those looking to build a six-pack. For our next exercise, the reverse crunch. Start lying down with your arms by your sides. Then raise your legs and make sure your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. Breathe out. Bring your knees up towards your chest and raise your hips off the floor. Hold the position, then slowly lower your legs back to your starting point. Avoid arching your back, as it's important to keep the tension at every point. The long lever plank is a better version of the traditional plank. For this one, bring your feet and elbows together. Then walk your feet backwards so that your elbows are almost at your forehead. Then, like with other planks, just hold this position for as long as you can. The side plank is another one of the simplest and best movements you can do. Lie on your side with your knees bent and prop your upper body up onto your elbow. Then, raise your hips off the floor and hold this position. Again, try for a minute, then repeat on your opposite side. The torso track is also a great bit of kit. You can buy one for yourself at home or head down to the gym for this one. There are so many different ways to use it, and it's for basically anyone, no matter what your fitness level. The simplest exercise using the torso track is to contract your abs and push forward as far as possible. Just pull yourself back and that's it. Now, let's get into our top 5. For the vertical leg crunch, place your hands folded on your neck. Bring your legs up and extend them, keeping your lower back flat on the floor. Then, curl your upper body and lift your shoulder blades off the floor, just like in a regular crunch. At number 4 are crunches on an exercise ball. Using a ball stops any hard surface hurting your spine, which helps you perform the movements more precisely. This exercise increases lower back strength, supports the spine, and promotes better posture. It can also be around 40% more effective than doing a regular crunch. Taking our number 3 position is the captain's chair. Start by sitting on a chair and gripping either side. Tighten your core while doing this. Then, attempt to lift both knees up at the same time. This exercise can also be switched up and adapted to your skill set. If you're more advanced, try extending both legs and holding them there. Our second best ab exercise is the bicycle crunch. Start by lying on the ground with your lower back pressed onto the floor. Place your hands lightly on the sides of your head, then lift one leg off the ground and extend it. Then, lift your other leg and bend your knee towards your chest. As you do this, touch the opposite arm towards the raised knee. This should twist your core. Keep on doing this while alternating sides for around 10 repetitions. And topping our list of best ab exercises is the hollow body crunch. Lie face up and press your lower back against the floor. Raise your arms and legs and fully engage your core. Lift your head and shoulders off the ground, but make sure not to tuck your chin into the chest. Then, hold this position. It's best to start with 10 or 20 seconds. This is one of the best ab exercises as it doesn't rely on other muscles or require a lot of mobility. It also activates both your upper and lower abs as you're tilting your pelvis and raising your shoulders off the ground.